Once upon a time, there was a woman named Elara who lived in a small house surrounded by a garden that once bloomed with wild roses. The garden was her memory, every flower a moment, every vine a story. But one day, something happened. Something so painful that her mind, kind, fragile, protective, decided to hide it from her. At first, she simply forgot little things, where she put her book, the name of her neighbor, the way her mother's voice used to sound when she said, "I love you." Then, slowly, she began to forget why she felt certain ways, why the sound of rain made her heart ache, why laughter sometimes brought tears. Phase 1. The denial. Elara smiled through the cracks in her memory. She told herself everything was fine. People around her noticed her blank stares, her fading attention. But she insisted, "I'm just tired." Inside, her mind was whispering, "Don't look there. It hurts." This is the first phase many traumatized souls face: denial. The brain's shield against pain, pretending the wound doesn't exist. Phase 2. The fragmentation. These became hazy. Elara would wake up in one mood and fall asleep in another she couldn't explain. Her thoughts scattered like torn paper in the wind. Sometimes she'd laugh in the middle of sadness. Other times she'd stare at the mirror and whisper, "Who am I?" This is fragmentation, when memory and emotion disconnect. People lose the thread of who they are because their mind hides the unbearable truth in small, unreachable boxes. Phase 3. The Elara began to hear echoes, not real voices, but feelings that didn't belong to the present. A smell, a word, a song, each triggered invisible storms. Her body remembered what her mind had forgotten. This is re-experiencing, when trauma speaks in sensations rather than words. The person relives what they can't recall, trapped in a loop between forgetting and remembering. Phase 4. The hollow silence. Then came silence. Elara stopped asking questions. The garden of her mind became gray and still. She wandered through her days like a ghost, unable to connect, unable to feel. This is numbness, the stage when pain has silenced everything else. People often mistake it for peace, but it's really a deep exhaustion of the soul. Phase 5. The awakening and mourning. She found a single rose blooming in her forgotten garden. She touched it, and a faint memory returned of love, of loss, of something she once believed in. She didn't remember everything, but she remembered herself. And that was enough to begin healing. This is acceptance and integration, when the mind begins to rejoin its missing pieces, when memory and emotion meet again, not to break, but to understand. Ending thought trauma is not just pain, it is the mind's way of surviving the unbearable. Forgetting is not weakness, it's protection. And remembering, when it finally comes, is rebirth.